Hello YouTube, welcome back to Cryptbeards number 17. I'm not even going to guess at the episode number. I'm sure in the future, your past, will have figured it out, but for now it remains an unknown quantity. So, after that blisteringly engaging intro, shall we actually get into some gameplay? Ooh, look at me, self-denigration. Right, now, today's today's goals, or this evening's goals I should say, because it's now 23 past 11, so there's not much of today left, and we're going to primarily be playing this game tomorrow. But anyway, primary goal is to try and tart the military up a bit. Maybe even send out an expeditionary force to attack somewhere else. That might be nice, yeah? Well, we'll see how it works out. My goal is get everybody kitted out with some gear. Whether or not it's a full suit of armour or anything, we can't promise, but hopefully it will be. At some point, I will be asking chat what the required layers of armour are, but for now, we'll just keep having a little look around the fortress and figure out what we can do. I mean, much as these magma smelters are incredibly efficient and require no fuel, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of production going on, and I don't know if that's because they're getting bunged up with stuff and are no longer... Let's have a quick look at the old... Yeah, there's a lot of spiked copper balls in here, which don't appear to have been moved to any of the stockpiles. This clearly has spiked balls in it, so and it's a weapon stockpile, so you would assume they'd start putting stuff there, but they haven't yet. Let's have a quick look here. That's a furniture stockpile. Why is there a furniture stockpile here? Oh, it's sand for the magma kiln. No, the magma... Is that a glass smelter? No, it's a regular smelter. Why have I got a furniture stockpile next to that? That doesn't seem right. Furniture stockpile should be next to the spiked green glass ball factory. I might have been a bit tired when I placed that. Oh well, let's go and deal with the situation we have now, which is trying to figure out what kind of armour we need to make, what kind of armour we can make, and who we should fit out with what. Because right now, training is ongoing, but they're only really learning wrestling, because, I mean, that's all they have available to them. Their bare hands. Their bare dwarven hands. Hello, Claycree, welcome back. There's a chance you may be sent out on a military expedition today, so do hang around. Let's see how it plays out. I'm not sure if vampires necessarily have any huge advantage when being sent out to attack other civilizations, but we'll find out. We will find out. Hopefully they won't eat any other members of the military. That would be a problem. Then again, if we send them out on their own, 2 vampires, I don't know. I feel like them kicking off in the fortress isn't going to end well. Anyway, we could send our primary military, our incredibly well-trained wrestlers. But again, do I want to risk them? I don't feel like I do. And of course, we could send our secondary military boys, but there's only 5 of them, and maybe we need to bolster their numbers slightly before we start sending them off into, really quite dangerous endeavours. Okay, so let me look at my manager's menu. Excuse me, JM. And have a look at what what we're ordering people to make. We've got rock coffins. They haven't made many of those. Oh, hello. Steel leggings. We've got those on an infinite loop. We should also be melting those down. Let me check to see how many sets of steel leggings we've actually made. Is it stocks? Maybe. If I press E for enhanced view and then just type in STEL. There we go. So we've got a masterful large steel helm. Well, that's no use to us. That's a large one. That's for a big human. We aren't big humans. We are, what in the name of... Okay. Shift S? Oh shit, I cancelled the search. TEL. And then... How do I get out of the search? I press escape, but that takes me back here. Come on, I want to find something. There we go. Typing in steel. And now... Okay. So I should be able to... What's a melt order? Capital M. So I should be able to press Shift M. Put a melt order in, but no one's doing it. Let's get rid of these long... Ah! Oh, wait. No one will do it. Why? Very confusing indeed. Let's have a look. Do we want to keep these steel anvils? I mean, there's lovely precious steel in there. We only have 29 bars at the moment. Oh, we also have 9 bars currently engaged in a job. We don't have any leggings, do we? Do we want to keep the steel warhammer? I mean, we were going to only keep like the top tier stuff, and that's only masterful. But it seems like it'd be good to have that now rather than get rid of it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, is there anything else we can melt? The steel bolts, can we melt those? Yeah, we can melt those. Let's melt all the anvils, because frankly I want the steel, and I don't know why I can't do the large steel helm, but I'm sure we'll get round to it. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Just a few more futile taps of the key, just to make sure. There we go. And obviously we don't want to melt down steel bars. What would be the point of that? Doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, so that's good. That's all the steel we've got. Disappointed that none of those leggings have been made. Let's go back to our manager and take a look at what we can take out of the queue. What can we take off of the table to keep our forges making stuff as quick as possible? What the hell? Where did smaking out come from? Very odd words. Okay, decorating with bones, constructing rock blocks. Yeah. Brewing drinks, rock bookcases. You know what? I don't think we need any more of these. Let's remove that. Rock pots, we'll keep making those. Spiked green glass balls, of course. Cheese and milking animal won't affect anything. Let's get rid of these aluminium armor stand and weapon rack orders, because frankly, that's not the priority right now. We can make rock ones of those. Clay pots and clay jugs, may as well leave those on. Glazed claystone jugs, sure. Glazed large claystone pot, sure. When did I put these? I don't remember putting these orders in at all. Still, they're not in that much of a problem. Get rid of the forged spiked copper balls. That's no use to us at the moment. All this cloth stuff can stay in, although looking at this, they've gone nuts for making shirts, cloaks and trousers, but gloves, mittens, caps, hoods and socks? Fuck it, they say. Fuck it. Put the steel leggings at maximum priority. Good. And then after we've done that, it looks like it was only really the spiked metal balls that were having any influence on the workflow at all. Let's unpause the action. I realise we've left it paused for quite some time now, so, you know, nothing's going to happen, which is suboptimal in Dwarf Fortress terms. Okay, we've still got a few cages to be transported to the prison zone, but that's fine. We're probably due another Forgotten Beast attack soon. Do I really want to send anybody out into the wilds before the next Forgotten Beast or raid? I don't know. Then again, maybe we just need to slam down a shitload more traps. And then people will be safer, right? Also, maybe I need to start really thinking about getting this secondary fortress built up properly. Because right now, sure, it serves as a burrow. It could serve as a burrow, rather, because it's got all the food. But it does also require everybody to come out of the old fortress and down into the new fortress, which means they're vulnerable during the attack as they travel from one place to the other. It's a problem. It's a serious issue. Let's go down a floor, see what we can see here. Now, we are digging out these storage areas, which will result in bringing stuff down, so I don't want to mess too much with the orders right now. They don't seem to be doing much actual digging here. Presumably this is set to priority 1 and they'll get rid of that. Yeah, look, there's been a designation picked up. Okay, once that's done, we're going to make it a furniture stockpile, I think, and hopefully that will deal with some of the throughput on our workshops, because I think that's what's causing the problem. They're just cluttered up. There's not enough room for everyone, so we want to get stuff out of here. Okay, so we need to make a full... Oh dear. For each military group, we want to make a full set of kit. Now, in order to do that, we definitely need more throughput down here. And look, they're not doing shit right now. So, first things first, I'm going to designate some priority digging, because I've got a plan, okay? Presumably we've got at least 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people here who should be working on this in this area all the time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make them bedrooms and a dining area of their own right next to the furnaces, so they don't need to piss off and go elsewhere, because obviously this corridor, it's not ideal. I mean, having to go all the way back up here to get some food is a major pain in the arse. So let us remove their arse pain situation. Remove their arse pain situation? That's not the right way to say it. But let's remove the cause of their arse pain and get into a little bit of design. So first things first, I think we want to be actually away from the workshops before we do the bedrooms. So I'm going to dig a little tunnel and set to priority 1. Oh, it's not the mouse wheel, scoundrel. Come on, this dwarf fortress. Don't try using the mouse wheel for that. And we're going to put an entryway here and here. Off comes a little corridor. Ooh, careful, Mr. Wobbly Hands. There we go. Give ourselves... Now we've got that... Oops, a daisy. Now we've got that reference thing in. Just do that. There we go. And off of this corridor, I'm going to make some reasonably sized bedrooms. We're going to go all the way up to this end here and do that. Because I think anyone who's being forced to live separate from the rest of the dwarves in order to conduct their job more efficiently deserves a nice little place to stay, right? It can't be some dump. It can't be a little shithole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I do run the risk here of giving them big shitholes. But, you know, I'm going to do my best. We'll decorate them. We'll, you know, smooth it all off. Oh, for fuck's sake. Bingo, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 3 bedrooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need... Oh, well, that makes sense. Let's have another load here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Can I dig? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bingo. Oh, shit. Of course I have to muff it up. There we go. Actually, it might make more sense to do this one. Oh, well, it would make more sense to do that if I had actually done it correctly. There we go. And then we designate, and remove designation this way. That was much more efficient, wasn't it? Sensible, boy scoundrel. Very sensible. So let's head up here and put a little dining room in for them. It's going to be a fairly opulent little thing. So we'll do the circular room. Just, I know that doesn't actually affect the dwarves' opinions of the room, but it lets us look at it and go, yes, the scoundrel clearly put a little bit of effort into this. You know, the barest minimum, but effort nonetheless. He turned the cogs of his brain machine, churned out a little bit of lovely idea. A little bit of lovely idea? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so that looks... Oh, do I want it? Yeah, go on and do that. Why not? Little nooks on the end. So once all that's dug out, we'll have a nice little space. And off the back of here... in fact, you know what? I'm going to do it off the back of here. We're going to build a little food storage room. And hopefully we'll be able to keep it stocked up. And it's going to have a little... There we go. Little connecty boy. That's nice, isn't it? Connected to their food supply. Right, fingers crossed this gets done relatively quickly. Although, we do have to be aware that there's a rather large designation down here. What was that? Yeah, that's priority 1. Okay, so in that case, we turn this to priority 2. Priorité deuxième. That's not how it's said. Please, francophones in the audience, do not attack me. I mean well. Okay, so this guy is actually working down here. That's good. I don't mind if they do this first, but it would be nice to get the to get this done pretty quickly. Oh, I've just noticed my mistake. It's not actually connected. There we go. Ah ha ha! Lovely. Just what the doctor ordered. We've made all the trousers we ordered them to. That's nice. Presumably they'll move on to some of the other things. Or maybe we've run out of leather. I don't think we can have, though. We have bought a lot of leather since we've been here, and I don't remember using it in anything except artifacts. Possessed mood dwarves. We'll see how it works out. Cancels construct aluminium weapon rack. Needs... I cancelled that order. Tell me there are no weapon racks. No, look, loads of orders have gone out for this now. We're all good. Let's keep watching these little spots. Is anyone working? We've got someone here in the magma smelter, which is good. And we've got someone here in the magma forge. That's good too. They're forging steel leggings. That's good. Have any been made yet? That's a good question. Over to the stocks. Go to enhanced view. Steel. No. None whatsoever. It seems like it's going to take a little while to get our military up to par. But at least we're making steps in the right direction. We're attempting to do the right thing. And in fact, I think maybe doing the right thing includes drafting more people into the mining corps. Because we're just taking too long to dig out some of these larger projects, and now the fortress is getting to an expansion stage. We need to be able to dig those tunnels out faster. So I'm just going to pause the game for a moment, and we're all going to take a little trip over to Dwarf Therapist. Oh, hello. Welcome. Here's my face. So what are we doing here? Let's get rid of the laborious castles. Let's get rid of the Night Rippers. And then look at these no squad people. Excuse me. And sort them by profession. And here are our miners at the top. We have 4 of them. And you know what? 4 is nowhere near enough. We need to put some more people into mining. However, we need to find decent professions to do that with. Rangers, I have no need for, realistically, although they are the people responsible. Oh, we do want people training animals, don't we? Let's just have a little look at... Are these... Yeah. Rangers are really the only people... I don't care about hunting and trapping so much, but it's the training and animal care that I really need to look at. I mean, is that a job that they can give to people who are already doing other stuff? Don't know. Let's search for a profession. Let's see if there's any other profession that we can convert into miners. What have we got here? A trapper. Well, he's literally only good at trapping. You know what? I'm changing your vocation. No more will you trap. Now you're going to dig in the mines. Doesn't that sound nice? What do you mean, no? You're a dwarf. You're supposed to love the mines. What's all this outdoors bullshit you're bringing me? Shut up and get down there. There you go. I think that told him. So we've got another miner. That's good. Once again, we'll scroll down the list. What are you? You're a metalsmith. You're definitely in a protected profession. We're not having you diverted to something else. This bit is a dead giveaway. If that's empty, don't make them miners. What have we got here? A gem setter. We do have gems, so, and you do appear to be the only person doing it, so let's quick scroll down, make sure of that. Yep. Okay, he's our only gem setter, so we'll leave him doing that. And we've only got 1 gem cutter as well, who's not very good at it. Ah, well, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There'll be plenty of gems for them to get experience on. So let's have a look here. Who we got? We've got a woodcrafter, 2 woodcrafters, 3 woodcrafters. We're not really doing any woodcrafting, to be honest. It's kind of a redundant skill. Wood is very much more useful for other things. So I'm going to put Johnny 5, Virtual Spaceman, and Tobal, at least for now, on mining duties. So that's 4. We've doubled the size of our mining core. Let's see how this affects the actual speed of the projects we're doing. So back over to the fortress, Toodle Pip. Say goodbye to my face. Where is it? There it is. And I'll bring it up on my screen as well. And we'll unpause the game. And hopefully, what the hell? The planter has been bitten by a cave spider. That suggests that there's going to be problems down here, doesn't it? What can we do? Cave spiders are a problem. We don't want people getting envenomed all over the place. Equally, we don't want to kill them and wipe them all out, because that means no more cave spider webs, which are vital for silk. I don't actually have people collecting cave spider silk at the moment, so maybe I should get that going. Although that's going to lead to a lot of people being bitten again, isn't it? Oh, trouble. Oh, trouble. How dare you raise your ugly head? I'm sorry, it's cruel of me to denigrate you based on your appearance. I should focus on your personality, which, by the way, is equally atrocious to your face. Cruel, but, you know, factual. They're the worst kind. That's the worst kind of cruelty. Factual cruelty. Oh my God, what am I talking about? I'm just randomly babbling now. Okay, let's stop doing that. What? This doesn't look good. There's grey shit everywhere. Please, please do not. Stone. The grass is all receding to stone. That's worrying. Or is this just snow? Oh, this fuckwit better get off the water. What are you doing? If that defrosts while you're standing on it, you are literally dead. Who are you? A chemist and a philosopher. Oh, they're visiting. Okay, it's not so much of a problem if visitors die. Health and safety rules are strictly for residents only. Everybody else, well, feel free to stick your finger in the plugs. Maybe even let your tie dangle into the lathe while you're working. Or maybe even have a little experimental degloving. Don't look it up. Come on. Okay, now I've given it enough time. Let's go and look at the diggings down at the fort. Of course not. Nothing's happened. Pants. All right, let's go down here. Is this room getting done? Ah, that room's nearly done. That's good. So once that's done, everything else should kick off upstairs. And, he has to be the guy to walk away while it's designated. Come on, lad. Do the deed. Get it done. Oh, we've got a masterpiece firelight coffin done. That's nice. And the save. The save drops like a time bomb. By which I mean a bomb that actually literally detonates time, or destroys time and makes a lack of it, because time stops in the game, rather than a bomb that goes off at a pre-designated time. That was an unnecessary clarification. I realise that now, but I've done it, so I have to live with it. And so do you. Hello, Plutonium Jesus. At least it was not a radioactive cave spider. But then again, I mean, anecdotally, according to the evidence of the fictional world, of which Dwarf Fortress is a part, not the same fictional world, but, the fictional realm as a set of meta-universes within the great set of, infinite universes, in that small, actually it's an infinite sampling set. Anyway, in that specific, what I've seen set of information, we can see that radioactive spider bites lead to interesting powers. And who doesn't like interesting powers? I know I do. I love them. I don't have any interesting powers, but if I did, I would be celebrating the fact. Then again, of course, we don't really hear about the people who get bitten by radioactive spiders and then unfortunately die due to having contracted some fatal condition. But, maybe that's just because it doesn't happen. Maybe everybody who gets bitten by radioactive spiders become, Spider-Men. But who will think of the spiders that bite? Because what happens to them? Do they take on some human DNA? Do they become man spiders? Man spider's actually a thing, isn't it? It's like a weird mutant Spider-Man. Oh dear, I'm straying into dangerous territory. You may not think it. You're sitting there thinking, which corner of the triangle of troubles does this belong to? It's not the pink corner, it's not the dark corner, it's not the brown corner. What are you talking about, scoundrel? Well, honestly, I don't know that much about superheroes. Never was a fan when I was a kid, and although I appreciate the Marvel movies these days, I'm not what you would call super invested. I do recognise the fact that they're mostly, fairly lightweight fodder. Not all, of course, some of them are pretty good. If anyone hasn't seen a film called Super, which was directed by James Gunn before he got to do Guardians of the Galaxy, that is my idea of a great superhero film. Tellingly, also, the Toxic Avenger series is also my idea of a great superheroes thing. So, And, I keep saying, the whole thing where they said that the Infinity War was the greatest and most ambitious crossover ever, I don't think so. They got beaten to the punch years ago when Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD was in Toxic Avenger. Classic movies. Brilliant. Now we can build this lovely furniture stockpile and I can stop babbling inanely about films. Although, that does remind me... Oh, for fuck's sake. That does remind me that recently I watched a film, which is not something I do that often anymore. I used to watch tons of movies, but I sat down and I watched something called The Void. And I recommend it. I think it's a pretty damn good movie. And if I were to try and give you the elevator pitch, I would say it attempts to attack the topic, the theme of cosmic horror, a la Lovecraft, via the route of The Thing, John Carpenter's Thing, with a lot of monstrosity and body horror kind of stuff. And, overall, I think it works. It does leave a few questions that make you go, what? But I'm sure a couple of YouTube theory videos will set me straight on that. And I don't want to tell you what I'm thinking what about, just in case it spoils the movie for you. I have been looking for sort of, if not Lovecraftian in the strictest sense, but at least cosmic horror-ish kind of films lately. And I've got a little list of stuff to get through. And when I have, oh, the mad sights I will have seen. Here we go. Look, they've started digging. Fantastic. Fantastic. Maybe, just to celebrate, we should take a look at our stock screen and check out and see how many steel leggings we've got now. E-S-T-E-E-L. Excuse me. Ah, here we go. Look, this is what we want. 4 sets of superior chain leggings and 1 set of well-crafted chain leggings. Well, fantastic, but unfortunately they must be melted down. Oh, they're still in a job. Bastard. Bastards. Okay, is this an armour stockpile? Oh. A stray turkey hen has been found dead. Not a good sign. That's a bar block stockpile. There's the armour stockpile. Okay. I'm worried about this turkey found dead situation. What's the deal there? Let's go down to the place where we're keeping them. Well, they look okay. We've got eggs. Yeah, baby, we've got eggs. Oh, I need to put an order for some nest boxes in, don't I? Unless some have been built. B, capital N. Oh, we do have some nest boxes. Well, how wonderful. Pop them down here. Got 3 of the little devils. N. Which is not enough, to be honest, because we do have... oh, there's a building present there as well. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we were 9 short of the required amount. So, fingers crossed they get built while we're here. Excuse me with my sniffles and snuffles. Maybe I should get some more cage traps down. Especially around here. Oh, but then again, cage traps stop the traders coming through, don't they? Oh, we need 12 more nest boxes now. Okay. Oh, shit. Did anybody die in the water? Well, it's too late to look now. Oh, it's still frozen. Lads, the shortcuts are off limits. He says, not actually making them off limits. Okay, what's going on down here? We're doing some buildy. Yes, we are. Once they've turned out some decent chain leggings, and we don't need to melt them all down anymore, I'll start diversifying what they're making and hopefully get a nice suit of steel armour for everybody. But again, that's maybe not guaranteed. Well, actually, it's definitely not guaranteed, but it may not happen. Here we go. This is the deal. Get your miners going. Dig, 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 dig. Dig 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 dig. Sorry. At least it was one of my less offensive musical interludes. I have made sounds and noises on these streams before that could be described as inhumane, if not inhuman. Although, you know, if I managed to make an inhuman noise, I would find that rather an achievement. I'd be proud of myself. If I made a noise that made someone say, that noise could not have been made by a human voice box, then, especially if they said it like that, I would be dead chuffed. I'll be well happy. The manager is stumbling around obliviously. Oh dear. Poor old Udib. Well, hopefully he'll get the jobs done. Otherwise we'll assign it to somebody else, and they can get on with it until they burn out with stress. In fact, let's just check Udib. 1 second. Space. Let's go to the therapist. Let's check it out, and we'll check out old Udib and see how he's doing. You alright, Udib? You okay? Here he is. He's not okay. He's very unhappy. His stress level is 31,800. I don't know what that means, but presumably it's bad. Let's have a look at someone who's not unhappy. Ooh. Okay, we've got... someone is fine at a stress level of about 7.8. Oh, no. That's a stress level of minus 7.8k. This one's at minus 275. He's at plus 31,000. Let's have a little look. Uneasiness after seeing a dead body. Well, that's unavoidable. He's not been able to pray, not been able to be extravagant, been away from family, been bored, unable to acquire something, lack of decent meals. How's our cooking going? Can we... Shit, the only chef. Oh no, we've got loads of decent chefs. I was going to say our only chef is in the military, but that's fine. Well, let's start. That's something we can address. Let's go for some food. Hello, Anubis. Yes, stress is indeed a pain. In all forms, real and dwarven. Not that dwarves aren't real. I don't want to say anything like that. That's a terrible thing to say. Clearly they exist. But not fantasy dwarves. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be fantastic? If there were actually, like, fantasy dwarves living in the mountain. In the mountain? In the mountains, obviously. There's not just one mountain. Oh, someone just followed. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I can't read your name on the preview thing that pops up on my OBS because it's too small, but at some point I will probably get around to saying thank you. Unless, of course, you're sitting there in chat going, don't talk to me, I'm a lurker. There's a very, very, very well-defined etiquette around lurking and you are breaking it. Because sometimes people do that. Hello, Revac01. Not all dwarves are real dwarves, though. No, that's true. Not all dwarves are real dwarves. Depends on how you define a real dwarf, because of course, in the world of actual human beings, the real world, there's all sorts of different kinds of dwarfism. I mean, it's just a very general category of things that make people end up being short, essentially, isn't it? Because they are very much not the same conditions, as you can see when you place them next to each other. I mean, the conditions rather than people suffering therefrom. I mean, that's kind of a crass way to put it. It comes up all the wrong images when you start lining up people with specific conditions. You don't want to line them up. Just makes it look bad. Maybe gather them together in a room, just having have a mill around, chat to each other, some drinks. That works. That's not going to be a problem. But as soon as you start going, line up over there, cough, show me, yes, good, that gets very dark very quickly. Well, then again, if they're being forced to, I say forced to, let's not use the word force. If they're being asked to queue, that's very different. As long as everybody's facing in the same direction when they're lining up, that's much better. That's not the same. That's much less firing squaddy. Then again, depends what's at the end of the queue. If they're all queuing up for ice cream, hooray! If they're all queuing, ooh, shit. Okay. Very nearly strayed into the dark place in a major way there. So let's just avoid that. Let's just drop the whole subject. Let's just drop the whole subject until I actually have someone with me who can discuss this from a point of experience. Perhaps someone who is a dwarf. That would be handy. Right. So, what's happened here? A dwarven child has been possessed. That's fantastic. But before we deal with that, I note that we got some coffin notifications saying they're ready. So we'll just spam these down into the burial area, into the graveyard. And then once they're down, we'll check up on the possessed child and see what's happening. Presumably, we're going to get green soup stuff vomited all over us. They're going to tell us that our mother sucks cocks in hell, etc., etc. But maybe at the end of it, we'll end up with a nice little item. So let's follow the child. Where are you going, Chidler? Where are you heading to? What's the deal? Presumably down. Yes. Well, you've got to go up first. You've got to go up to go down in this fortress because for some reason I had a major brain failure at the beginning and thought, yep, that's the best way to do it. Make everybody go to the top of the mountain and then down into the ground. Because why not? I'll tell you why not, scoundrel, because you can't place traps on stairways, so it's all just wasted travel time. It's a big, fat waste of time. Okay, here we go. Where's he going? I've lost him. Here he is. Oh, look, he's going via the wood storage place. What's this? Got to be going to a crafts dwarf workshop, right? Bingo. Claimed. So, where are you going? Come on, child. He's got eyes that it seems to me remind me of childhood memories. Come on. Give me a reason to sing your name, child. Produce me an item of such value that it calls the goblin hordes to attack, makes the elves flee from the forest. Why would they flee? I mean, charge at us from the forest. There we go. Man, that was a badly muffed monologue, wasn't it? Could have been a cool thing. Could have sounded really good, but in the end I just stumbled over my words. Should have thought about it more. Where are you going? Where's the kiddie going? Is he climbing up? He's going up. Oh, he's got to come out of the fortress. Presumably he's going to the dump to pick up some bones. We'll see. We'll see. Bones have been traditionally a sticking point for our moods. Hey, an elven caravan turned up. Well, as long as you don't ask to stay, and as long as you don't attack, and as long as you have brought fine exotic animals, I will be quite happy to receive you. Good. We'll let them get on with their business. We can't sell them spiked wooden balls, but we do have a number of glass and copper spiked balls that they may well be very interested in. Let's call Filthy to the trading depot, and we'll move some goods there while we can. Let's look at trap components. There we go. Weapon bin, spiked wooden... Oh, no, copper. Yeah, copper balls. Green glass balls. I'm hoping that will be enough. And we won't need to... Excuse me, hiccups. Oh dear. Oh, blimey. Oh, how unpleasant. That was a foamy one. Ugh. Okay, let's get that shit moved. Let the guys get there and get back to... What was I looking at again? Oh yes, a fey-mooded child. Presumably down at the workshop again by now? Nope. But not standing in the workshop going, mutter, 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 where's all the bits I want? I need to build something, bring me the bits. When they do that, that's a bad sign. But right now he's out and about, stretching his legs. It's good for the condition. Good for the condition. Let's have a little look at the old... wonder if they would ever add sieges disguised as caravans. Oh, hello, Vehemet. Oh, my goodness, people have been chatting away in chat and I have completely ignored you all. I'm so sorry. Let me just scroll up a second and catch up with it. Let me just see what's going on here. Yeah, well, of course, Vehemet, welcome back. Let's just not talk about lining up the vertically challenged. That's right, Revak. That's correct. You got there before I did, probably. Up is down, left is right. This fortress is well laid out. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the Kipo Kappa you put at the end of that, because clearly, if you were saying that seriously, you would need some serious attention from a psychiatric professional. But, you know, jokes and japes, that's all cool. Am I sure about the victory part of the title? Well, Vehemet, no. Certain? No. But optimistic? Yeah, I think so. Why not? Bones for the bone throne. Well, let's hope it is a throne. It would be nice. Although the bone throne conjures to mind pictures of those chairs you see. Oh. Again, there's a little backpedal there. We've already backpedaled from the dark place, and now I feel we should backpedal from the pink place, because, you know, people are going to get really upset if I start talking about fucking dildo chairs. Oh, whoops. So, let's just take those images out of our minds. Let's just scrub our brains and check to see if they've dug out the bedrooms. Brilliant. Bedrooms. Oh, yeah, that's what we should talk about. Let's put a door on this one, and if we've got it, a bed in there as well. Bingo. Oh, we have plenty of beds. No need to worry about bed space. Oh, the merchants have arrived and unloading their goods. That's good to know. Still not seeing the kid hanging around here. That's equally good. He's not coming back yet, though. Okay, let's watch the merchants, see if they've unloaded. Can't trade yet. Filthy's there. Just got to wait for them to finish unloading, and then we have to wait for our goods to arrive, presumably. Although they can't take that long. A lot of it was individual spiked copper balls. Although you don't want people carrying unboxed spiked copper balls as fast as they can through the fortress. One stumble, and I think you're going to end up with some pretty unpleasant wounds. Then again, it depends on the degree of the spiking. Is it a sort of, you know, rounded, dulled spike really meant to concentrate the impact, but not really pierce or penetrate, or are they long, thin, sharp spikes designed to gouge and penetrate through armour? I suppose we'll never know. Maybe we'll just wait for a dwarf to fall over while carrying one and see what happens. If the report says pokey pokey, then clearly it's one way. But if the report says bruisey bruisey, then the other. A little bruisey bonus. Come on, lads. Get the trades going. We've got to get this moving. Sieges disguised as caravans, though. Sorry, Claycree, to get back to your point. That sounds a little too underhanded. It sounds just a little bit too, you know, because you open the gates and go, yeah, it's the caravan, and looks like they've all got really well protected people because they've got weapons and swords, you know, which are weapons, and armour and all that jazz. And then, you know, they down their fake trading goods and start battering everybody left, right, and centre. A good central battering. Okay. This time the broker gets there, but everything else takes too long. I'm seeing glass balls being transported. Oh, look! Our little possessed boy. The little possessed boy. Marching through the corridors, telling everybody that their mother's sucks cock in hell. Their mother's sucks cock? That can't work. Their mother's suck cock. Sorry. Fucking disgusting failure to pluralise correctly. I should be punished for that kind of talk. God damn it, when are you going to get all this stuff here? Oh, more glass balls coming. Oh, dear. Somebody's dropped a coffin. It's in the middle of a task, apparently, but you know what? Because it's dropped, I'm going to forbid it and unforbid it, and then hopefully someone will pick that bad boy up and get it where it's supposed to be, rather than lying on the floor. What is with these weird accents I keep doing today? It's a little bit weird, isn't it? Why am I doing that? Maybe it's because I'm coming down with something. I can already feel this headache spreading between my eyes. But we'll do. I will soldier on as long as I can. I will bathe in the therapeutic mind waters of Dwarf Fortress, and they will allay the feelings of pain and suffering awaiting me in my world of tonsillitis. No, resist. I was just about to launch into a Willy Wonkerization of tonsillitis, but I don't think it's going to work. I think I'm going to start singing it, and it's just going to end up going nowhere, and everyone watching is going to go, God, this prick's so daft. What a daft prick. Come on, bring the balls, for God's sake. Oh, hello. Oh, someone's given birth to a boy and immediately begins seeking their infant. I don't care. If you give birth to a baby and then can't find it, that says more about you than me, and I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Can't find my baby. Where's my baby? Oh no. Stop it with the accent, scoundrel. It's offensive to people from those places. Not that I actually know where that accent is supposed to be. It's just a random accent, you know. Dangerous game, the random accent. You can really stray into terrible territory and end up causing all manner of offence. But hey, it's the risks you play, the risks you take in a public forum. Certainly the random accent user needs to be aware of the possible outcomes. You want to be very careful there. Not all accents are created equal in the mouth of the impersonator. Although, I've always been interested, I would like to hear like a compilation of like foreign language speakers, obviously not to them, to me, non-English speakers, attempting English accents. It's always interesting, although often painful as well. I mean, sometimes you hear someone attempt an English accent and you think, oh God, oh, what are you doing to my language? But, you know, you've got to be forgiving. You can't expect everybody to suddenly just go, bing, and have learned a language in one go. That's just, that's just fanciful. That's madness. Mind waters, yes, Clay Cree, don't worry, just go with it. Just go with it. I was imagining my brain in an enormous sort of steaming hot bath. I mean, feel free to imagine it either way, but the two scenarios I imagined were one of those Japanese hot spring type affairs, or like a Roman bath. But then, when I imagine Roman baths, my mind always returns to the role of the scraper, who was somebody who oiled you up and then got a little spatula and scraped everything off you to clean off the dirt. And I then, obviously, imagine someone doing that to my brain, which sounds painful. A lot more painful than just soaking it in hot water. Everything I know about Japanese hot springs comes from anime, which probably leads me to a very slanted view of what they are. That doesn't really relate to anything, I'm just saying that. Let's get back to the action. Can we trade now? Is it possible? Alright, I'm starting to get annoyed with this. But if that's the way it's going to be, that's the way it's going to be. We'll just be patient. We'll just wait. Let's check out our little lad's not sitting in his workshop throwing a tantrum. No, that's good. That's what we want to see. Let's also check to see how they're doing here. Good. Steel chain leggings are being made. Very nice. Oh, he's begun his construction. No need to worry anymore. Let's go back up to the surface then and ignore him. Oh, shit. Excuse me. I apologise if I spiked the microphone there. Very rude of me. For crying out loud, people. How hard is it to trade? They're elves. They're going to bring... Just don't bring wooden stuff. Just bring what I tell you to bring, and then we can trade. Broker's there. He's there, isn't he? What's the issue? Broker can access depot. No, he's not. He's storing an item in a stockpile. Right, filthy. I'm heading over to the therapist. If you see him go in there, guys, not that you could recognise him by sight, but if you see someone go in there who looks like it might be filthy, just let me know. I'm just going to go over here on my own, have a little look here. What are you doing, filthy? Let's refresh. Let's read the dwarves, see what filthy's task designation is. Come on, filthy. What you up to? What you up to, filth? Filthy. Right, you are no longer hauling anything, filthy. You are not a hauler. Hauling forbidden. Boom, boom, boom. Not hauling trade goods, doing levers, anything. There we go. Commit the changes. And now let's watch as he skitters to his task. Hopefully. Presumably. Oh, a baby yak. Baby yak, 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 baby yak, 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 baby yak, 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 yak. Excuse me, I had to shoot myself in the head to cure myself of the noises. Can we trade? Filthy's doing what? Store-owned item. Jesus Christ. Unlike most unlike most anime, there are usually not any tentacles in hot springs. That's true. And it's good that you said usually, because I can imagine, I'm guessing there are hot spring tentacle anime. In fact, I imagine it's probably a genre. Welcome to the Tentacle Hot Springs. Please remove your clothes, plunge yourselves into our steaming waters, and then be violated by our besuckered tentacles. Oh, oh man, I was about to go in simultaneously into the pink place, the dark place, the brown place, and be racist. But thankfully I caught myself in time, and now the shame is only hypothetical and not actually real. Isn't that lovely? It's a success story. This is what a success story looks like. You may not like it, but it is. Oh, God. Farm plot's still not being built. Needs farming fields, but presumably we have that because somebody has been dealing with these fields for quite some time. As evidenced by the sheer volume of asparagus wine we seem to have acquired. Honestly, whose idea was that? Oh yeah, I love asparagus. Let's build asparagus wine. Let's go downstairs, look at our kitchens here, see if we can get them doing some nice food. Have I actually built the kitchen? Yes, I have. And it's been making kiwi tallow. Oh, tallow. What the fuck? I should do this through the workshop, shouldn't I? JMQ. What? JMQ. MEAL. Prepare. Let's prepare lavish meals. Oh, yes. Lovely. Good stuff. Okay. Back up to the top and we'll see if we can trade yet. Oh, Christ on a fucking bike. When will they get this done? Filthy, I mean, no offence to you as a human being, but your dwarven counterpart is a slacker. A real slacker. If you have tallow, you're pretty close to making soap. Oh, soap, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Hygiene, scouring the galaxy and making it lovely and clean. Not the galaxy, of course, it's a fantasy setting, doesn't make sense. Unless, of course, you like Spelljammers, but not that I've played it or read the background. But the concept winds me up. Ooh, hello. Solon Rigothdur, dwarven child, has created Godenoltad Koshdes.thal. A pine ring. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Kosoth Roadplunge. Okay. Well, in that case, let's take a look and see what it's like. It's the bottom one. Here we go. Rope stalked the heliotrope worth. Very interesting. It's worth 43 grand, which is impressive for something made by a child. And let's have a little look at the description. This is a pine ring. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with pine and giant mole leather and encircled with bands of pear-cut morions and rectangular resin opal cabochons. This object is adorned with hanging rings of phyllite and menaces with spikes of black bronze and morion. On the item is an image of two bayberry trees in bismuth bronze. I'm not overly excited by the creation of that. Equally, though, I'm not upset by its creation, so that's good. A stray goat has been found, starved to death. Well, that looks like we need to actually do some designating for our pastures. So let's quickly check to make sure we don't have any animals that are gonna die. We got a lot of baby birds. Why have we got so many baby birds? Probably because I've left the sperm-bearing birds in with the egg-bearing sperms. Let's start again. The sperm-bearing birds in with the egg-bearing burks. One more try. I have left the sperm-bearing birds in with the egg-bearing birds, and unfortunately for me, their cloacas have clapped together, creating baby birds. There we go. That worked better. Cloacas clapped together. That's strange. Feels weird, man. Stray puppy, turkey gobbler. Why are you in the cage? They're not supposed to be in a cage. The boars can come down here. They don't need to be in cages, as do the sows. Elves, haha, yes, you are animals. You can stay in the cages. I'm not seeing any caged goats or anything, though. I'm just seeing elves and goblins. Creatures which eminently deserve to be in cages. Unlike goats which need grass and therefore can't live in cages. Unless you make the cage out of grass, I suppose. Nope, that's a mad idea. A stray koala? What are you doing in a cage? Surely, oh no, if it gets out it'll give everything chlamydia, so we have to leave it in there. God damn you, you sexual deviant. Where are we going? Troglodyte. Of course, let's just be clear. If you do have a sexually transmitted infection, please, go to your thing and check it out. Go to the doctor, get it checked out, and let any of your sexual partners who you may have had contact with know, because otherwise you're being a wanker. Well, you will end up being one, or maybe you won't if your cock falls off. And then again, what am I saying? How sexist of me? Or your vagina seals up? That doesn't work. It can't really fall off. Oh God, no! Sorry, just given myself an appalling mental image that I think we should all be thankful that I'm not going to share. There we go. That's it. Congratulate me. Tell me how good I am. I've saved you all from a horrible fate. There are no goats. The goats in cages must have all died. Okay, so how's the trade situation going? Oh, filthy! Why are you storing items in fucking bins? I've very explicitly, very expressly told you not to haul anything anymore. Or have I? Filthy. Filthy, 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 filthy. You've literally got every single fucking job except pump operating disabled. Alright, let's see how that works. We're going to disable pump operating, mechanics, architecture, and that's it. You're going to have nothing else. Nothing else. Still no cavern wall. No, that's true. But, you know, the forgotten beasts that have all come from the surface, so... Although we could whack a cavern wall in. I mean, it does make sense, doesn't it? It does have a certain sense, especially when you look here and then go, oh, that's eminently sealable. So let's do it. Let's do it. Build. What's the key for a wall? Unfortunately, we can't wall this bit off without walling off the water, which is not ideal. How high does this bit go? Oh, it doesn't. It's only 1 floor high. So, I say, we can actually wall stuff off. Capital C, W, and then we change the width. H or K. K, okay. There we go, and we'll start building across here. And make it out of blocks. Not copper blocks, though. All gold blocks. That seems extravagant. Blocks, blocks, blocks. Marble blocks? Yeah, let's make it out of marble blocks. Why not? A nice marble wall. Make another one. More marble blocks, please. W. Make it a little bit wider. That last one's not going to get built, is it? It's going to just really wind me up. But never mind. Put it in anyway. Marble blocks, lovely. And then we can do a vertical wall. Oh, yes, please. Straight across here. Go up a floor. Yeah, that's perfectly good. Arse candles. Okay, whatever. If you must. W. Doop, doop. Boop. Oh, for fuck's sake. M. There we go. Enter. Marble blocks. Lovely. That's all walled off, except for this bit over here, which we can't really wall off. Otherwise, we'll lose access to the water. But you know what? At least we haven't got so many issues. Later down the line, we will have to open this up again because we'll want to collect silk down here. But so for now, we're good. For now, we are good. Oh, thank you very much for the little hint there saying BCW. But I got there just before I looked at chat, so hooray for me. I'm so good at this game. Hello, Sanctum Spiritstone. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. You could construct fortifications to shoot through. Yeah, I could, but I don't really have anything in the way of a ranged military option at the moment, so it would be a little bit preemptive. Alright, Filthy, you are seriously heading towards a fucking execution. I'm going to put your bedroom in the vampire barracks if you don't get up here quickly. I am starting to exude steam from my ears. Such is my fury. Such is my fury. Let's place some doors down while we're here. I know, every time I do this, we're stopping everything and so on and so forth. But, never mind. Looking at this, adding those extra miners seems like it was a good idea. We're getting a lot of this stuff dug out very quickly. Very quickly indeed. Blaming Filthy, but didn't request... Wait, what? I'm not requested the trader at the depot. I'm sure I did. Or was he already trapped there? Oh, for fuck's sake, scoundrel! That one's on me. That one's definitely on me. Oh, fucking idiot. Let's put some more coffins down. Anywhere that is not going to be one of our special tombs. Ah, screw it. Let's just forgo. Oh, that was a bed, and that was a hiccup. Oh my god. Stop hiccuping and burping. What am I doing? No, don't get rid of that one. Oh, thank God for that. Nearly got rid of another coffin that already had someone in it. That would have been embarrassing. There we go. There's a coffin. That's a bed. Why do I keep pressing bed instead of coffin? Ah, it's because B and N are next to each other on the keyboard. It's a simple typo. A clerical error, resulting in the interment of some poor fool in a tomb meant for a king. Which is nice, isn't it? Excuse me. Uh-oh, nose is starting to run. Not a good sign, especially with the sickly child in the house. So we don't need to worry about getting any of this crap built. Let's go straight up to this thing. Has he got there? Oh my god. There we go. We can trade. Finally. Finally. So, how much value have we got here? Well, we can't give them wooden balls. So the wooden balls are all off the table. However, copper balls, nice. Green glass balls. This is less value than I had hoped. And some feather tree yolk, which just never seems to fuck off. So we'll sell that. Damn. I mean, we've got 17 grand's worth of stuff, but I was hoping for more. Definitely hoping for more. So let's go down this list, see if we see anything on the first pass. A forgotten beast silk ooth. What does an ooth look like? I'm not trading for it, I just want to look at it. This is a grown forgotten beast silk ooth. It is made from forgotten beast silk cloth. The blowpipe is made from hazelwood. The bag is made from forgotten beast silk. The melody pipe is made from hazelwood. The drone pipes are made from coffee wood. It's bagpipes. It's a set of bagpipes. The ooth is a mid-sized, handheld wind instrument through which constant airflow is maintained by use of a silk bag, itself supplied by a wooden blowpipe. The musician selects the pitch by pressing keys to stop holes in the wooden melody pipe attached to the bag. The melody pipe is a cylindrical bore tube with a flared bell. 3 wooden drone pipes provide constant accompaniment. The instrument has a nearly 4-octave range, going from a low to a high pitch. The instrument has a choppy, strong, piercing timbre. Well, we all know what bagpipes sound like. No, that's a bit too low, but the first one was passable impression of a bagpipe. Eddy? Do you want to look at the eddy? What is the eddy? A grown ashen Mayfeo? This is not an eddy. On the item is an image of baguette-cut gems in high wood. On the item is an image of a garlic plant in apricot wood. Handheld instruments, conical pipes, blows into the fipple, 3.5 octave range, even buzzy timbre. What the hell is this? They've got a set of bagpipes made out of undulating cloth. I don't think I want one of them. Much as a 24,000 credit instrument sounds good. I don't think so. Pecanwood puzzle box. Guntbluck Burr. Female. I'm presuming that's a giant black bear, so we'll have that. Capybara. Yes, please. What else have we got? A skink. I'll have it. Any other animals? Giant magpie. We have another one of those, don't we? Maybe we can breed giant magpies. That would be lovely. Ah! A cougar. There's something we can train for combat. Let's get that in. Jumping spider. A fluffy wambler. Or a wambler. What's a fluffy wambler? Show me. This is a fluffy wambler cage. Made of limewood. Well, that makes sense. Let's just buy it regardless. It's only worth 30. It must be a small thing. Keep going down. Larch barrels, coconut palm buckets, coffee wood bow, spear. Like I'm going to buy wooden weapons off the elves. What are you trying to do? Ruin my military?
If we sell them nothing but wooden weapons, they won't be able to fight back when we attack with our wooden weapons.
Stupid elves. Stupid elves. Oh, why do you insist on... Well, God, no, don't use that turn of phrase. That's going to get you in trouble, scoundrel. Fuck's sake. What are you, an idiot? Oh, don't answer that. So, got some clothes here. Mittens, gloves, chests. Figurine of elves? Well, maybe if we needed something for target practice, but no. Coconuts. Ah, here we go. Food. Coconuts, bayberries, lychees and limes, apricots and durians, lychees and apricots, date palm flower stalks. Okay, very difficult to sing the list of foods available in a trade on Dwarf Fortress, especially if you want to make it scan. Right, I don't want any rope reed skirts. What's chat saying here? Fluffy Wamblers. Oh, hang on, we've got a few more things here. Sanctum Spirit Stone says, a fluffy Wambler can be a thrown blunt weapon that slays a bronze colossus. Oh, colossi? Oh. No idea about that. Fluffy Wamblers are humanoid vermin that can be found the world over in good regions. They are round, white creatures with singular arms and legs devoid of toes, claws, or other extremities. Now, Vehemat, I don't want to piss on your taxonomic skills. But humanoid? Round, white creatures with singular arms and legs devoid of toes, claws, or other extremities does not sound humanoid to me. They possess 2 black eyes and a nose, but lack any other distinguishing features. Again, the entire body is covered in a white fur known as fluff, while the equivalent of fat is called pudge. They can be captured by trappers and turned into low-value pets. They are tied with the fox squirrel as the largest of all vermin, being only a little smaller than a dwarf baby. Fluffy Wamblers have no organs, bones, or blood, with the entirety of their interior being composed of purple pudge. Despite this, they will sometimes attempt to eat food out of stockpiles, similarly to other vermin like rats, and like them, it only takes a cat to solve the problem. Well, there you go. Well, if the DF Wiki says it, then I suppose we must accept it. But I contest the notion that is a humanoid shape. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We're buying it, nonetheless. I have a horrible feeling I'm getting myself into a tribble situation here, but we'll see how it works out. Pecan wood splints, crutches... A liquid oof bag. Yeah, sure. Who doesn't love a liquid oof bag? 9 grand? Jesus. A grown birchen eddy blowpipe. A blowpipe. They didn't bring any books. Come on, elves, bring some frigging books. Give me something to read, some value. I mean, I know really I only value you at all for your exotic animal trades, but for crying out loud, bring some other interesting stuff. So let's take some of this stuff off of our trade list. Let's start with some of the more expensive items. That can go. These green glass balls can come off. What's his profit at the moment? 12 grand? Fuck off. I'm not giving you 12 grand on this trade. You crazy. Trader profit 3 grand? Go on then, 3 grand. You can have just under 3 grand. Let's see how he likes this trade. Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods? Yes, I am. Ave seems very happy about the trading, and I am too, because now I've got some sweet cougars. But we're not going to make the mistake of chaining them up at the entrance, making them vulnerable to attackers. We shall use our dogs for that, whereas our cougars will remain inside the fortress, training for war, ready to leap forth with their handlers and rip lumps out of their enemies. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Right, let's move all this shit. View good, culling on mandates, pending on top, sorting by distance. Shift enter, move visible goods. Yes. Yes. Excuse me. Got a bit carried away with the with the throaty voice there. Elves never bring books. I don't think they write. Probably a superstition about paper. Well, I mean, they definitely write. I've seen book after book written by elves, and they're normally about that elf writing a prior book. They are so tedious, elves. I mean, Who likes elves? Put your hand up in chat and accept your righteous banning. Oh, wait a minute. Look, there's a hole here. B, is it C? No. B, W, no. B, capital C, W. There we go. And we can pop a single wall block there, made out of marble blocks. Aha! Good. I don't think they actually placed... They've placed 2 blocks of the potential placeable blocks, but they're getting there. They're getting there. Don't worry. Right, we don't need to fuss about this anymore. Let's take a look at our stock screen again and see how the old leggings are getting done. E. No. Ah, yes. Exceptional, finely crafted, superior, well crafted. Lovely. But it's not going to save them from melting. So, melty, 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 melty. Okay, they won't melt that set. I mean, they are currently in a job. Let's also melt the exceptional ones down. You can get better than that. I want every single piece of chain you produce to be exquisite. Absolutely bloody lovely. Maybe even artifact level. That would be nice. Who wouldn't like an artifact level set of chain leggings? Each link finely engraved with images. Page after page after page of description text that I will doggedly read through. In a silly voice. Hang on a minute. This is sounding less appealing. Okay, let's get out of here. Now we've set all that stuff up for melting. Hopefully, our furnace operators will be getting better as well. Oh, we can probably place some more Beddingtons. Beddingtons? Why did I call them Beddingtons? Maybe it's because I'm a twat. I mean, that would explain everything. That would explain literally everything. Needs a door. Okay, we don't have enough doors. Well, that can be remedied. JM. Any doors in this list? Coffins, mugs, bone, decorations, blocks, plants, fruits, rock pots, spiked green glass balls. No, doors are not on the list, so we type in ROCKD and we'll build 20 of them because I like big numbers. Well, not big numbers. I like larger than necessary numbers. Really, I should figure out the management screen like stock requirements and keep the right stock levels. But I think we've all seen how that went last time. I was a very confused boy. Very confused. Oh, yeah, look at this. They're digging down here again. And with our increased number of miners, they should make short work of this. They should make short work of it, he says. Fairly confident they won't. But never mind. Right. Do we put cage traps in this little twisty-turny corridor, or do we make it all about the fortifications and shooting through? I wonder. Excuse the weird, wet ASMR noises there. I'll try to avoid doing that again. You know what? I think we do want some traps down here, but I think we should start with cage, and then as we go through, maybe escalate to weapon traps. But, you know, only once we've got the right gear to go in them, you know? Something suitably lethal. Good evening, excuse me. Good evening, Orchimedes. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us. I'm getting a bit dry in the mouth. I might have to go and make myself a drink in a second. Yep, the manager's still stumbling around obliviously. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. Still so much of this to be smoothed out. But at least we're down to just the corridor. These rooms over here have been smoothed. That's good. More poults have hatched. Okay. I realise now that there is an issue here. Let's get up to priority 1 and we have to deal with this sexy bird situation. Come on. Don't be so sexy. We're going to have to put all the men in a little willy room where they sit with their little willies and don't get to put them in the ladybirds. Then again, that's factually inaccurate because, of course, birds don't have willies. They're cloaca-wielding sexsmiths. Sexsmiths? That's a really weird way to put it. I should probably be banned. Don't actually do it, though, Twitch, for God's sake. Don't actually ban me. That would be unpleasant. There we go. That should be big enough to keep all the boys in. It's raining men. With cloacas, it's raining men. Actually, they're not men, are they? They're birds. Man flesh. No, sorry, bird flesh. Oh yes, welcome back, Alchemedes. Thanks for joining us. Black coffee, 1 sugar. Ooh, I mean, apart from the sugar and the not having any milk in it, that sounds good to me. I might go make one in a minute. I don't know if I'll actually take a break like I normally do. I normally take a 10-15 minute break. And that, canonically, traditionally, in terms of viewing figures, has been like manifesting my viewing figures as a human being, forcing that manifestation down onto its knees, pulling the hood off its eyes and going, fuck off, and then blowing her head off with a shotgun. Which, you know, is a very graphic way to describe a 50% drop in audience, but I feel like it expresses the the actual. What the fuck am I talking about? Sorry, let's backpedal from that. That was a very dark metaphor, very dark, not really necessary either. I went very extreme very quickly. Well, I'm glad you'll still be here. Good to hear it. The merchants are leaving. Good riddance, you knife-eared bastards. Come again. Come again. Right, we need to get these. Are these barrels empty or they're still full of food? Cranberry wine, dwarven ale, quinoa beer. That sounds horrible. Quinoa beer. Oh man, I bet the person who goes to get a drink and then stumbles up to that barrel and dunks their mug in feels a bit let down.
Oh, lovely. Quinoa beer. Maybe I'll throw myself into the pit.
Excuse me, coughing and spluttering all over the place like some kind of barbarian. Okay. So we should, have we got old Vampire 2 up into the vampire training room? I mean, they're not being trained to be vampires; they're training for military purposes. But or maybe I could just send them out on a military raid. That was a plan. I seem to have been held up quite dramatically by my production lines. They're not producing quick enough, it has to be said. And the melting isn't happening quick enough either. Let me just quickly check out the stocks of steel bars. How are we doing for steel bars? Stocks, E-S-T-E-L, bars. 23 steel bars. I mean, we had 29. Oh, we have been making stuff out of steel bars, so, I mean, that makes sense. Let's also melt these superior ones down, and these not superior ones down. Anything else made of steel we can melt? Still can't melt this fucker. Why not? Please. Please let me melt you. I want your precious bars. I wish to deform you and reform you as armour. I don't know why I went all Voldemort there, sorry. Nagini. It was an unexpected, weird little outburst. If I've upset anybody, well, grow a backbone, you fucking wimp. Oh, sorry. I apologise. I don't. I'm serious. Grow a backbone. An animal has grown to become a stray llama. Oh, how very nice. Wonderful news. Our babies are surviving. And less are they getting drained by vampires, which is nice. Very nice, in fact. We need to get our actual vampire military sorted, so I think get them all in that barracks quick. I mean, we're not going to get their armour situation sorted anytime soon, but if we get them in the barracks, we can do good. So, in order to do that, we need to go to here. We need to set a burrow. W. And V burrow. I'm going to add to V burrow. Add a new burrow. And no, don't add a new burrow, you tart. What are you doing? Delete. Yes, delete it. There we go. So add to burrow. Enter, define this burrow. There we go. Whew. There we go. And we'll define this area within the floodgate zone as part of the vampire zone. Lovely. In fact, let's make everything within the floodgates vampalicious. Up, 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 up. My, we did go a long way up, didn't we? This is a highly altitudinous area. Ah, he was stuck in the vampire burrow, so he couldn't go and get the chair. But now it's in the zone. Hopefully he'll be able to. Excuse me, another little burp. Another little cheeky egress of gas from my guts. Thankfully, positively vertical rather than negatively vertical. If you know what I mean. If you get what I'm hinting at. Fuck me. I am a terrible person. There is no way around it. Sorry about this flicking through the fortress without stopping and letting you guys get an idea of what's going on. I know how disorienting it can be. But I'm just trying to get myself set up. Okay, everything's going on here. We're getting the beds and the doors moved down here. How many are in? Right, we have to look and see who's doing what. So you're one of our smelty boys. Reveal your identity to me. Anubis 2, furnace operator. Anubis 2, lance spattered. This is your bedroom now. Make bedroom. Whoa, whoa, this is your bedroom now. And then we find you. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. Anubis 2. Bosh. There you go. You've got a bed local to where you work. Very efficient.
Very efficient.
Let's build some tables in here. Dum. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, for fuck's sake. There has to be an asymmetrical number of tables. All right, we'll put some extras in just in case someone else wants to come and visit. And maybe we need to put some chairs in. Ah, yes. Thrones. Beautiful. Okay, so we're out of thrones now. That's good. Won't be playing any games with those. Oh dear, dad jokes. Terrible dad jokes. Okay, there we go. We assign that bed. No, we can't assign it yet because we have to figure out who our other workers are. You look like you're taking those straight from the workshop to melt them. Well done, Anubis. At least you're showing some initiative. That's what I like. You're doing your job as it's been assigned to you. Okay, who else is coming? We got anyone else? As soon as we see someone work in one of these workshops, we assign them a bedroom. Oh, I can assign one of those tables. Oh, they've not been placed yet. Later on, I'll assign one of those tables to Anubis. And hopefully, he'll enjoy himself a lovely little thingamajiggle. A lovely little efficient work-life balance. That'd be nice, won't it? Ignore that noise. Nothing's happening. Okay. Let's have a little look-see. Everything's ticking over nicely there. The steel leggings are getting everybody up to speed and skill. So once it comes to actually creating the armour, we should be okay. Some of our clothes orders got completed, which is nice. However, I didn't really pay much attention to what I was ordering, and now I'm not entirely sure we have anything other than shirts and cloaks. Or jackets and cloaks. So there could be a lot of dwarves running around with their lower private regions on display. Astesh Frenzyquake wishes to reside in Steel Fortress for the purpose of... Nope. Goodbye. This is not fucking Hollywood. Dwarfywood. It's just not. It's not what we're here for. We're not here to create a powerful entertainment industry. We're here to create armour and destruction for our enemies. Oh, the hobo hunted has slipped into depression. And now he's too depressed to brew. That's very sad. Is this the fortress that had a fighting pit under construction? It is, Archimedes. It is. Let's go and have a look at it, shall we? It's not currently being worked on. It's kind of an abandoned Olympic park right now because I got distracted trying to get the military up to guff. But we've got a lot of miners, and these designations have been placed. Once we've got some of our new storage, some of our new storage zones sorted down here, that will continue being constructed. But we were alarmingly low on space for certain things. Although now I look at this furniture stockpile, it doesn't seem to be being taken advantage of that effectively. We'll see. We'll see. We're in the slow process of moving everything down into the other fortress. Why are there people in here? Have we got another? Oh God, we left Filthy in there. Sorry, Filthy. You can go. No merchants. Good. Good. We do need to get a lot of this crap out of here as well, though. I mean, look at the amount of shit we've got in here. Marble, clay, feather tree egg yolk. Do the elves just leave feather tree egg yolk everywhere they go? Or is that just because I've bought some food and I didn't realise dwarves won't eat it because it's filthy elf food? Elf food? Why did I put a TH on the end of that instead of an F? That's very odd. Feels weird, man. Okay, plump helmet spawn bags, that's good. Speaking of which, let's have a look at the old farms. How are they knocking along? Ah, so-so. Ah, crap, we haven't even set any bloody produce to be grown in these. We just placed them. Spring, summer. Huh? Summer? We have got plump helmets growing. Okay. Oh, hang on. B. KF wheat. D. Winter. Dimple cups. C. Autumn. Pigtails. Oh, okay. It is working. How about this one? Now, that doesn't have anything assigned. Summer. Plump helmets all year, baby. Pump those helmets. That's not a command for those of you watching. I would prefer the males among you didn't do that while watching, but I can't stop you. And as long as you don't tell me you're doing it, I suppose it's not harming anybody. So, whatever. What's wrong with me? Autumn. Plump helmets. There we go. Winter. Plump helmets. There we go. Apologies to anybody who's come over here from r/Dwarf Fortress expecting competent Dwarf Fortress plays and has come here to listen to the inane rantings of a quite possibly madman. It's unacceptable, and I shouldn't have done it to you. But I did, so this is where we are now. And hopefully the Stockholm Syndrome will have... oh, shit, the mayor's throwing a tantrum. Vampire mayor, I may point out as well. Let's find him. Where are you, Kib? Where are you, Kib? Because you are about to enter into a world of pain. Just so you know. Just so you know. Mind you, I could have given him a better dining room, couldn't I? And better quarters. And he's so keen on helms right now. Maybe that's why we can't melt the helms. Oh, maybe. Let's go to him. Where is he? Starting a fist fight in the cavern baffle, are we, Mayor? Well, I think you're going to end up getting pretty badly fucked. The elves bring feather tree fruit, eggs, and for some reason, they break. Oh, it's egg yolk. Egg yolk all over the floor of my bloody trade depot. Filthy elves. Well, I mean, why are they suffered to live? Well, because they bring exotic animals. That's a good point. Every time I think about purging the elves, I remember it's the only way you're going to get big cat cavalry. It's not happening any other way. Guaranteed it's not. Okay, so what are we looking at here then? What do we do with this boy? Do we attack? Do we attempt a justice thing? We can't exile him because you can't exile the mayor. However, we could... can we force him into... Can we force him... We can't force him anywhere until he comes out of this tantrum. And do they do that? Is a tantrum a permanent state? Does anybody know? Or can we expect him to recover from this? Or is this it? This is the end? This is the end, my only friend, the end. Let's just see what happens. We'll unpause the action and see how he goes. What you doing? Who you punching? Hopefully someone will just knock him out cold. Oh, shit, we've lost him. Presumably he's coming up to the surface. Meng Sem Ravutak, the ranger, has been found dead. Under what circumstances? With or without blood? Has he been exsanguinated? Tantrum is temporary. Ah, that's good. That is good to hear, because that means we will be eventually able to get him into his little vampire barracks and have him training for eternity. Ah, yes. Who wants to live forever? Who wants to live forever? Ooh, in a sealed-off barracks. Diddle-diddle-dee. Sorry. Once again, off in my own little world. Right, let's have a look at the Night Rippers. What can we do with these Night Ripper lads? And I go to the alerts. The Night Rippers should be in the Vampire Burrow. Boom. There we go. I've done that right, haven't I? Well, we'll soon find out. Off they go. Oh, Fisher Dwarf cancels store item in stockpile. Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Doesn't tell me. Okay. I think it looks like we've actually got rid of the cave spiders that were coming in. Ah, wait a minute. Oh no, this little bit here is just a little... Yeah, okay. I thought... I'm pointing with my finger and not the mouse. This bit here I was worried was connected up to the cavern at large, but it turns out it's not. Go up, down, 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 up. It does look like I've walled that area off successfully, doesn't it? Maybe some floodgates would be nice, but we'll see. We'll see. And back to the surface. Hello. What's this fucking exodus? Hello? Are they chasing the mayor? That's not the mayor, is it? Who's this? Who's leading the thing? Sigan the planter. Oh crap, I've sent everybody to the fucking vampire burrow, haven't I? Abort! Abort! There we go. So the Night Rippers, how do we send them there? Enter, add alert, schedule. P? No. Okay, once we've figured that they're not... Yeah, they're all heading back. Good. Man, we've massively exposed our fortress. That corridor is going to be knee-deep in vomit after everybody who's become cave-adapted's gone charging out. Not ideal. Not ideal in the least. Still, could be worse, couldn't it? Could be a hell of a lot worse. They could have charged out there in the middle of an actual attack and been killed. Then again, we'd still have old Claycree the vampire stuck up in his little barracks, waiting to be released for eternity so the fortress never truly died. Be lovely, wouldn't it? Quite poetic. In a way. In a sort of unpoetic way. Excuse me with my sniffing and snorting here. Just in case any of you have come since the beginning of the stream when I explained what's happening, my son has got tonsillitis at the moment, and it seems very likely, judging by the way I've been feeling today, that I'm coming down with it too. So, although I'm holding out for this evening, there's a good chance that the Monday stream might be cancelled if I'm still not well. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I've got a bit of a sore, dry throat, but that can be remedied with a drink. Excuse me. I don't know why I put that on so dramatically. That was a little bit much, wasn't it? Tragic. Oh, come on, dwarves, get stuff done. Let's look at the leggings situation now. Z. Stocks. E. Steel. We got good leggings. Finely crafted leggings. Melt them. Steel leggings. Melt them too. Oh, we can't. They're still being made. They're still in a job. Well-crafted steel leggings. Can't melt those either. Steel chain leggings, well crafted, good. Do you want to melt this crossbow down? Yeah, I do actually. Let's do it. Let's melt everything made of steel. There isn't a pair of leggings or a bar gets melted down. Although looking at this, some of these things have been in that listing for quite a while. Huh. Okay, keep going. Excuse me. Oh, hiccup, burp. Let's wait for the other end to go off, and then we've got the complete set. Ah, yes. Gaseous expulsions. Everybody's favourite sound effect. No, that's not true. Some people truly are disgusted by flatulence. My nan, among them. I remember she might even say fart. She'll get really quite upset if you say fart. The other F word. I fucking farted, nan. Definitely not a phrase that you should use. Definitely not good. If you're watching, nan, hello. How the hell did you figure out to work this at the computer out? And, more importantly, why aren't we talking about this? You should, I mean, you know what, if you want a computer set up, I mean, obviously someone's done it for you if you're watching. Congratulations. Why am I saying such terrible things to my nan? That's very rude of me. I should be less sweary, shouldn't I? I should be much less sweary because, frankly, if I keep swearing like that, it's only going to upset her and I'll lose another viewer. Dear oh dear. Oh, hello, what's this? Oh, the game just froze for a second. It's all good. No problem. Excuse me. Okay, I feel like we're just sitting here and waiting for things to happen. I mean, hopefully the tantrums, it's been ended by now. Did he end up going over to the vampire barrel? He didn't. He's not over there. He's just sort of prattling around, doing what he fancies, isn't he? Let's go and find him again. Where have you gone? What's your name? Cobb? Where's the mayor? Let's got to be in here somewhere. Clothier, bone carver, fisher dwarf. What the hell's this? Woodcrafter. Currently socialise! Alright, calm down. Not seeing a mayor anywhere. He hasn't been killed, has he? Hasn't lost his shit and gone and got himself murdered. It's possible. He was a vampire though, so hopefully they haven't sprayed his blood all over the fortress, otherwise we'll be having more exsanguinated babies appearing. What the hell? A slave? Wait a minute, why are there slaves here? I'm not cool with slavery. Oh, maybe he's an elf. Not so fussed about that. Oh my god. Meditating on... Oh my god. Edom. What the hell? Let's have a little look at you. What are you up to, lusty boy? Zed, he's up here. He's in the temple. Oh my goodness. He's in the temple meditating on lust. Thinking about my Willie, thinking about your poon, thinking about the things we could do if we got together soon. Okay, that was one of the worst musical interludes I have ever done, and they have been getting progressively worse and worse, one after the other, so it's terrible. It's terrible. There's something horribly wrong with me. Okay. So let's go and look at the digging. That's a good thing to check. Let's go and see if they've got these storerooms sorted yet. No. They're an absolute standstill. Why? Why you no dig? Oh, fucking hell. Migrants? Are you people crazy? Well, mind you, they're coming right from the very closest top of the screen. That's not too bad. I haven't got far to walk to get in. Excuse me. How many will turn up, though? It can't be many because we've already hit the population cap. And presumably, once you've done that, migrants turn up less and less often. In fewer and fewer numbers. Can you turn up in... Yeah, fewer numbers is right. Yes, of course it is. Good lord. I got confused between fewer and less. But of course, if you say fewer, you're talking about things that are measured in discrete units, like apples and cars. Whereas if you say more or less, you're talking about things that are measured in contiguous units, like water or air. That's what, because you can't have like two waters, can you? Well, yeah, of course, you can have two separated bodies of water, say, in glasses, which would be referred to as two waters. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Good grief, you're so picky sometimes, people. Okay. Still got that visiting chemist. There seems to be a lot of chemists, don't there? There seems to be a lot of chemists turning up. True, when you're talking about molecules, water molecules, I suppose you can talk about more or less. More or fewer? Oh man, I've lost track of what I was even talking about now. Total confusion. Anyway, let's check out the steel system again. How are we doing for throughput? Oh, hang on a minute. I know what to do. We haven't done the bedrooms yet, have we? So has anybody else come down here? We should be watching. Here you go. Here's one. Who are you? Actually, let me click on you. There we go. Mebzuth Gamilasob. Mebzuth Gamilasob. Okay, this is your bed. Make bedroom. Assign bed. Mesbuth. Where's Mesbuth? Mesbuth. No, that's a different Mesbuth. That's Mesbuth Zontirmigurur. Oh, God. Please, for the love of God, can we have normal names? I hate these dwarven names. Where's the other Mesbuth? Mesbuth. Udibubus? No, he's a wrestler. Why are there so many Mesbuths? Is this like the Jim or the James or the Alan? I'm trying to think of really common names and I just can't. Mebzuth Armourer, there we go, that's the lad. There's your bed. Oh, and he's married to a farmer apparently. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it wonderful? Let's build a food stockpile up here so that they have food available while they're doing their work. You're gonna let me do this? Oh, the button's down here. Why is it down there? There we go. Oh shit. Did I just make... Oh fuck. It's alright, that's still a stone stockpile. Good. So, stockpiles. X, remove stockpiles. And we want to remove this stockpile there, and this stockpile bit here. There we go. That should be more sensible. Oh, hang on a minute. We also want to remove the stockpile from this bedroom. There we go. There we go. Don't want his bedroom being filled up with barrels of stuff. Well, that would be a problem. So, keep it going. This is still old, what's his pants in it? Oh, he's off to get himself some more bars. That's nice. You're going to actually have a friend turn up? It would be nice if all of our people who work here actually turned up, and then we could assign their stuff, couldn't we? None of these tables have turned up either. Disappointing progress, I must say. I have to point out my disappointment, dwarves. Lots of activity here in the entry hall. Very little going on here. What is it, dwarves? What is it, miners? Why are you so resistant? Maybe. No, it's all there. That's all priority 2 as well. I'm sure we haven't got any priority 1 digging going on, right? No priority 1. Even the fighting pits are a much lower priority than that. It's like 6 and 7s there. Very confusing. Very confusing indeed. Let's pause the action and let's go over to Dwarf Therapist and check out that new migrant wave that arrived. Hello, and see what happened. Oh my god, this video's an hour and a half long. I've been recording for 1 hour and 36 minutes. Those of you watching on YouTube, my goodness, I bet your little video bellies are filled, aren't they? Your video bellies? Is that a very unusual way to refer to an eye? Your eyes don't really get filled up when you use them, do they? The visual memory cortex, is that a thing? Why am I trying to make this work? It's clearly something to abandon. Let's stop it now. Okay, who are we looking for in here? We're looking for our new migrant wave. So we'll sort by migration wave and down to the latest. 1 person. A baby. Oh, hang on. Let's actually read the dwarves. That will make sense. Oh, there we go. We've got the hat trick, the full set. Please excuse me while I just take measures to avoid the odour. Oh, much better. Hopefully my voice isn't too muffled. Where are we going down here? So our latest set was 4 people. A ranger, 2 professional children, and a presser, who is great at pressing. Really very good. Very good indeed. Let's have a look at the military skills, see if anyone there has anything interesting to give us. No. Just a bit of novice dodging. What have you done? Hello? You killed a dwarf. Tekud drummed worked the dwarf. Oh. There we go. I'll have mercy on myself. What else have we got here? Someone's killed some goblins. That's good. We're happy with that. I'm just doing a quick vampire pass. Making sure there's no vampires about. A bandit plays DF Live. That's right. I am a scurrilous, scoundrelous bandit. Okay, I don't think we see any obvious vampire kill counts here. If any have turned up, obviously Plutonium Jesus does appear to be a fucking vampire, but he's not. He's got level 14 discipline and fighting and level 3 hammering. We really need to get that ladder hammer. We really do. Our new people who turned up, though, they are less exciting, and I'm not sure I have anything really to say to them other than just get to the hauling. Do what you want. We'll probably end up expelling you at some point. Back to the fortress. Hang on. Okay. we have clear air. It's good. No need to panic. Sorry. I just wondered if my flatulence had destroyed the view count, but it's gone down. It's gone down. My theory proven correct. My nan was watching. What a shame. That's how our relationship's soured forever. Let's go back to the fortress. There we go. No more camera. No more distracting scoundrel face. And we'll unpause to make sure that the game doesn't sit there doing nothing, as it has done so often in the past. Entryway. Yeah, busy. I'm worried that we're going to get attacked soon, and I have yet to create a single weapon. Actually, I'm going to pause again, back to the therapist quickly. back to therapist. Let's just check our military and see what we've got. I'm going to sort by squad. What weapons do we need? So, axe, just the one. 2 hammers. Oh, sorry. Wait, hang on. Where's our 3rd squad? The banded lanterns are down here. The fucking useless pricks. Oh, God, why are you down here? Oh, we can actually just collapse that. That makes all the problems go away. So, we want 1 axe, 2 hammers, a mace, a pike, a spear, and 2 swords. Okay, I think we can manage that. Let's go back to the fortress and put those orders in.
Put the orders in, everybody. It's time to get creating.
So JMQ. Excuse me. Oh dear. Oh, actually, have we got the steel to do it? Oh no, stop, scoundrel. Bad hiccups. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 hammers and 2 swords, because those are the ones we have 2 people capable of wielding them. So if I do that, JQ, SWORD, and we want a steel short sword. Yes, and I want 2 of those, and then we want a steel warhammer, and we will make 2 of those, and those should end up in the list nice and easy. And then hopefully I'll be able to actually assign them to the correct dwarves. Stand and deliver here, money or your life. Hoo! Ha! There you go, a little bit of new romanticism for you there, Archimedes. I know it was in reference to my banditry earlier, but I just couldn't help myself. Once I actually saw you say that, I burst into song once again. We really need to do something about these musical outbursts. Maybe there's a section of the brain responsible for it, and we can just neatly drill through my skull and bore it out. I mean, I know technically that's a lobotomy, but you know, that was high medical science at one point. Maybe if I just pretend it's still high science, it'll be good for me. Just like bloodletting. What am I talking about? This is real lunacy. Let's quickly check out the petitions. Entertaining the tiled proliferations. So let's try that again. The tiled proliferations. Denied. Visa denied. Oh, it's B, not D. Okay, fair enough. Good. So, everybody's ticking through nicely. The weapons list system is coming online. E. No, sorry, it's is it Z? Stocks. E, STEL. Everything good? Steel low boots, steel bars. Yeah, we're dropping the number of bars. We do already have that masterful steel warhammer. Maybe I should assign that to somebody who can use it. Just 1 second, I'm going to refer to the therapist. Who is it who uses hammers? Plutonium Jesus and Minkot. You know what, Plutonium Jesus? If I can get you to get that hammer, I'm going to do it. Let's find you. Let's find you, Pluto. Let's see what we can do with you. In the military screen. You're in the laborious castles, I believe. Yes, there you go. Plutnum Jus, Guzzlingwurst, as they call you in the military. That's your official call sign. Let's go to equipment. There we go. And then if we go down to Plutonium Jesus, then we just select weapon, which is capital W. Oh yeah, specific weapon. Ah, got a shitload of named weapons. We just want a steel weapon. Can we search here? I don't think we can. That's very annoying. Presumably the weapon has a name, which means we can't see it.
Oh, shite. Fucking hammer.
Okay, in that case, we've got to come back out of here. We've got to look at the stocks again. That's the wrong key. Stocks, and then we go to the enhanced view, look for steel items,
Find the hammer.
and then can I actually look at it from here? Enter? Ah. Your sweet, sweet, innocent dream, scoundrel. Such a sweet summer child. I can't look at it. It means I'm going to have to go through all the frigging special items in the fortress to find out what it's called. Bronze amulet, schist boat, bone leggings, hammer, amulet, silver mace, wood earring, great horn dial of a shield, cinnabar scepter, codex scroll, codex ring cup, mace earring, codex steel helm. Ah, that'll be the one I can't melt. Okay. Codex earring, codex scroll, codex ring scroll, bracelet scroll, mug, puzzle box, idor rack, mini forge, coffin, scepter, animal trap scroll, leather tunic, pine ring. Oh, here we go. Steel warhammer, the beloved desert. Okay, so we can assign that to Plutonium Jesus. And laborious castles, platinum juice, equipment, weapon, specific weapon. Of course, the name is in Dwarven, so I have to check it out again. For fuck's sake. There we go. What's it called? Aram Zareth. There we go. You get Aram Zareth. That's the wrong... No, it's not the wrong screen. It's the right one. Laborious castles, Plutonium Jesus, equipment. Oh, no. Plutonium Jesus. What? Shift W. There we go. Plutonium Jesus. Specific weapon. There we go. Asram Zareth. Whew. Finally, Plutonium Jesus, or PG, gets his lovely mallet. Bang, bang, Pluto's silver hammer came... Well, bang, bang, Pluto's steel hammer came down upon their heads. A little bit of badly sung, re-lyricised Beatles for you there. Just in case you were wondering what that god-awful mess was. Which, of course, everybody who heard it is wondering. Or maybe not. Maybe they didn't actually recognise it as music. That's entirely possible. What is this strange, abstract language? Am I hearing an alien trying to communicate, or is this actually a human? Perhaps their teeth and voice box have been mangled horrifically in some kind of vehicular accident. Speaking of which, has anybody seen that film Hereditary? That's pretty good. Pretty good film. Although I personally didn't care for the ending too much. I felt the atmosphere that built up in the film was very good. Very good indeed. Still haven't got round to watching Mandy. That's been on my watch list for quite some time. But I will get there. I will get there in the end. Of course, if anybody has any sort of Lovecraftian / cosmic horror type movies that they would like to suggest, the best place to do that would be the Discord. Ah, I see what I did there. A little bit of self-promotion. Wow. Naked self-promotion. Let me just put that link in. Discord. There we go. And that's where you can find it. Isn't that a clever little thing? Right, 1 hour and 47 minutes of recording, and I have performed precisely 0 actions of value. Basically, bugger all has happened. But that's okay. We can live with that. Let's go down to our little... we've got extra people in. Look, so you... Liquid Samurai, you're going to have this bed. A sign. Down. There we go. Liquid Samurai, you've got a bed now. Who else have we got here? You. Come on, let me use the mouse pointer. Alath Limulkir. Okay. And Uzol. We've done Uzol already. So, let's not forget the name. Alath Limulkir. Okay, so whose bed is this? Got an owner. Make a bedroom. Enter assigned bed. Amath Limulkir. Where's he gone? Much less common name than the last one we were looking for. Amath. Wait a minute. This Amath? He's got to be in here somewhere, right? I'm just missing him. Amath? Hello? Where are you? fuck's sake, I can search. Wait a minute. Let me just quickly check this here. What? Alath. Oh, for crying out loud. Assign, search, Alath. There we go. For fuck's sake. Always got to balls this up. So, S. Alath. Okay, so who is it? It's that one, right? Alath Limulkir. Why is he marked as an engraver? He's supposed to be a furnace operator. We'll just do one quick last check. Where is he? God's sake. Hey, everything's gone weird. Hello? Crying out loud. Good. Okay, now we're out of the way. Okay, so is Alath Limulkir the engraver? Okay. Uzol Geared Door. I don't think you've actually got a bed by the looks of things. Stop doing that, scoundrel. Let's check his name again. Oh, for fuck's sake, scoundrel. Uzol Geared Door. Uzol. How many Uzols can there be in this fortress? Not that many, surely. Make a bedroom. Enter. Assign bed. Search. UZOL. There's only one. And he's actually a furnace operator, which is good. It's good. Okay, so they all now sleep near here, which is good. That's just the kind of thing you wanted, right? We all want our people who work in the fortress sleeping near where they work, so it takes them a little time, very little amount of time, to get there. What the hell is this door doing here? Oh no, every time I send people off to an alert to go to a burrow, they drop what they're doing and the item stays in the task, doesn't it? If I press F for forbid and then unforbid it, someone should pick that up and put it in place. Presumably that's where it's going. It seems highly likely, doesn't it? It seems very, very likely. Right, what can I do with this food stockpile here? Can we do anything to make it? Take from a pile / workshop. No, we'll leave it for now. We'll leave it for now and we'll see what happens. Hopefully food will end up in there. But I don't know how it will work. Rando 303 Mengor Miner cancels dig. Horrified. Oh. Rando. Probably not here at the moment, but let's have a little look and see what's going on there. Z. Horrified by what exactly, Rando? Oh, is that the mayor? Nope, it's Buckshot Brigade. The mayor's just happily tantruming around the fortress. So why is Rando horrified? What has Rando seen here that has upset him so? Some kind of crazy corpse? Some crazy corpse. Different from normal corpses. Very ragdolly. Okay, I'm not seeing anything going on there really, so presumably he just had a bad thought or something and just ended up being horrified for no real reason. Okay, let's look at our stocks again. Z, we've run out of sand, which is a pain in the bum because no more spiked glass balls, but we'll be all good. Our current created wealth sits at 100 and... what's that? 1, 2, 3... 19 million... 8... No, that's not right. 1,980,000. Not bad. Not bad. Let's look at our stocks again. ESTEL. Steel bars. Steel cap. Can we melt that bastard? No. Well, yes, we can, but still can't melt that helm. These chain leggings can go. They can go. They can go. Oh, no. Apparently not. Not interested. That can go. That can go. That can go. Oh, hang on. There we go. Steel short sword. Not melting that. And 2 steel warhammers. Okay, so we've got a second steel warhammer. And that one is in the inventory. Presumably of Plutonium Jesus. So not only have I assigned him a hammer, I've got him to pick it up as well. This is a military breakthrough. This is probably the best equipped military I've ever had. Everybody take a moment to appreciate that. It's pretty important. Pretty big moment, really. It's fantastic. And we've got Betka Tirinkango, the human geographer, visiting. Stocks are very inaccurate. Is the bookkeeper all right? No, he's been stumbling around. Oh, wait, no, Singor's the bookkeeper, isn't he? Oh, I don't know if Singor's okay, actually. Let's have a little look at him. I can search, can't I? Qsingore. There we are. Singor, the bookkeeper. Let's have a look at him. View unit. Has he got everything he wants? I think he has. Seems quite happy. Thoughts and preferences. Uneasy dwelling upon seeing Olon Mischiefgold's dead body within the last season. He felt satisfied at work. Lonely after being away from family for too long. Lonely. He didn't feel anything after seeing a giant mole die. That's how I feel about watching giant moles die. Passive, rather. He's had some euphoric satisfactions, bit of delight in his life. He's married, 2 children. He's got a parent, Bemble Key Healing, and 2 parents, Tirist Blizzard Stockade, and he's an apprentice under Ujar Daleclaw. Is he? I thought the mayor was kind of a full-time job. Okay, looking through it. 143 years old, hair curly, agile but very slow to heal. Okay. Shale copper, good memory, absolutely detests worms, meagre ability with social relationships. Really? How did he become mayor then? A meagre kinesthetic sense. But, he's not the mayor. He's the bookkeeper. I thought we were looking at the mayor for some reason. Is the highest precision set for record keeping? No. How do I do that? I now remember it's a thing, but I don't know how to do it. So if you could gently hold my hand and lead me to the promised land, I would appreciate that. It would be very nice. Very nice indeed. Noble screen. Presumably go down to the bookkeeper. The mayor and the captain of the guard both require better offices, but I feel like I want to dig out new offices before I assign them. So where are we going? Settings, becoming the captain. Settings. There we go. That was just in time. Okay. So we're going to go for highest precision. Yeah? Go on. Why not? Let's see what happens. Hopefully things will work out nicely. That would be good, wouldn't it? We shall see, though. It may end up being a big old pant-wetting mess. I mean, why it has to be pant-wetting, I don't know. I just went for something that was going to be bad. Wetting your pants, generally not great. Unless, of course, you're washing them, in which case you pretty much have to wet them. Hey, we've got steel short swords now. That's good. Okay, let's go back to our military screen. Or first of all, I'm going back to Dwarf Therapist. Who needs a sword? Vukar Shoduklaw. Okay. Vukar Shoduklaw. Military screen. Laborious castles. Where's Vukar? There's Vukar the Bard. Why are you a bard? Equipment. Back to Vukar. Stop it. Back to Vukar. Shift W. Specific weapon. Steel short sword. Yay! There we go. Steel short sword. Bang. Good. Right, now I'm going to go back to the therapist again. Who's the other one? Short sword. Dacost Nebelrigoth. Dacost Nebelrigoth. He should be in the Banded Lanterns. Dacost, there he is. Gone. Dacost. Dacost, there we are. W, specific weapon. Another steel short sword. Lovely. Right, and who was the other person who needed the steel warhammer? Look at this. Next time people attack us, we're going to be a frightening force to contend with. Minkot Erushsazuk. Okay, let's get Minkot Erushsazuk armed with a hammer. Military. Equipment. There he is. He's actually a hammer dwarf as well. This is exciting stuff. Weapon, specific weapon. Steel warhammer. Lovely. Very nice. Quite a few of our dwarves now actually armed, which is good. Fry Guy Zero says, what if you caught fire? Welcome back to the stream, by the way. I was talking about wetting your trousers. Yes, wetting your trousers. That is probably, depends on the form of wetting you're taking. If you're wetting your trousers when you're on fire by diving into a swimming pool, say, or getting into the ocean, that makes sense. If you're just pissing yourself, that's not really going to make much difference, is it? In fact, you may end up with the horrific situation of your urine boiling on exit and just further scalding you. Terrible. Zalban Channeled Past wishes to reside in Steel Fortress for the purpose of study. Approved. Good stuff. Masterpiece marble mug. Sounds good. Happy with that. Like it very much. Let's check how the mining's going. Oh, it's very slow. Very slow. I could have sworn we had a surplus of picks, but apparently that's not a thing. Apparently we don't have any picks for these people to pick up and start digging with, because otherwise we'd have 8 dwarves actually digging. And that furniture stockpile is very empty for one that was supposed to be for dramatic overflow. Maybe that's just a function of the distance from the 2 stockpiles, or the workshops and that. It might make sense to bring some workshops into this second fortress, actually, because everything's going on up in this fortress when we want it in the new one, really. Well, that would be better. Better. Okay, we're going at 24 frames a second as well, so things are not really chugging along at the best pace they could. But, we'll put up with it for now. We'll let it all work out. Is the mayor over here yet? No, but there appears to be quite a lot of vomit on the floor. That is vomit, isn't it? Who can say? Oh, there we go. No vomit. Soil floor, light grass. Oh, that's fine. Good stuff. Okay. Who's this lad waving around? Pause. Human what? Human da. Da? Human da? Human da? Osnan strozubad human da. There we go. Terrible Eastern European accent. No doubt I have offended. He owns 15 objects. Oh, very nice. Good. Well, you continue. Get on with your life. I don't really care what you do, as long as you don't cause any trouble. Please, you cause no trouble. People don't seem to be moving anything from the fucking once it's all been brought up here, they don't move anything down from the trade post. It's absolutely jam-packed with shit. Look, green glass balls, copper balls, weapon bins, stupid feather egg yolks. Yuck. Okay, let's try going deeper down. This place is still not empty of food, and it's still our only our only butchery and tanners, which is probably not great. We'll have to move those into the new fortress as soon as possible. This area is still fairly busy, what with it being our only industrial area, but again, I feel like we need to start moving this stuff to the second fortress with a bit more speed. Because right now, not much is going on. Eventually, we will be able to wall this part off to the old fortress and make it only available to the new fortress. Ah, they're actually moving food down here. That's good. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. Makes me feel all tingly. That's not true. It's an exaggeration. It's more of an itch. Oh, now I've said the word itch. I need to scratch. That's something that really winds me up. When people say they need to itch a scratch. Oh, I've got an itch. I've got an itch. Oh, that's fine. But if you say, I've got a scratch. No. And they call the act of scratching itching. Oh my God, it drives me up the wall. It's factually wrong. I say factually, it's not really a factual thing, is it? It's more of a semantic, grammatical thing. I shouldn't be such a grammar fascist. I make enough mistakes myself. Oh, the mayor's put another mandate in. Let's have a little look on the noble screen, see what he's mandated. He's mandated sceptres again. Oh, we can do sceptres, boy. Don't worry, we'll do sceptres. This time we'll accept your decision and we'll do what you asked. Rock sceptres, please. And I want 2 of them because I'm not going to make more than that. I'm only going to make what you want, what you need. What you need, what you need. Oh, we've been recording for 2 hours. Those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for doing so. It's been a pleasure recording for you, but I really have to stop this because this is madness. Who's watching long feature length Dwarf Fortress videos? About 6 people actually, according to my analytics. So hello if you're there. Let's see if I can name them all. Johnny 5, Workplace Communication, Rando watches on YouTube. And who else? That's 3 of the probably about 6 people who are watching on YouTube. Well, anyway, if I didn't get your name, leave a comment. Yeah, then I'll know, won't I? Hey. Right, see you later, guys. Oh, and Anubis as well. Well, you're watching live as well quite often, aren't you? I suppose you're a hybrid, like a chimerical creature. Half livey, half recordy. All Anubis. Anyway, YouTubers, thanks for watching. Bye!